€2,500 profit. Would you ever believe that?
Of course not. That is something that you wouldn't believe in your wildest dreams. And these guys, like, they know a lot. They have answers to every question.
Hey, that's already €9,000 in the first week of May.
Yeah, every month we need more and more and better. So that's what we're doing. Business Belts is about e-commerce, but it's much more than that because...
Good morning for you. Good afternoon.
Good morning for me. Yeah, sure.
How are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Busy with e-com, but also other stuff. So yeah.
Nice. I'm very excited for this talk I'm going to have with you because you joined Business Belts a while ago and you did already some good performance. Could you do a short introduction yourself?
So my name is Ties. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm 34 years old with a son of 5 years. Yeah, live in The Hague.
Nice.
I'm a health performance coach. I help people getting fitter and I also entrepreneur in e-commerce.
So you focus on two things. You focus now on e-commerce. Like when you started with Business Belts, that was the first moment you got into e-commerce. Later more about that, and then you focus on health optimizations. Yeah. So what did you do before you started with e-commerce? Like were you only focused working in health optimization or?
No. So I was actually working at the office. I worked in the software industry and also in sales, just in eyewear. Like for 2.5, 3 years, I was basically stuck in the office. That lasted until last summer, like summer 2024. Yeah, and then I already saw some posts on LinkedIn from you, so that's where.
Yeah, we got in contact via LinkedIn, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So okay, that's interesting because you were doing something, you were working at the office, corporate kind of thing, I would say, right?
Yeah.
And then you saw like me on LinkedIn. Like what was the thing that got your interest on LinkedIn? Do you remember that?
Multiple things, I guess. I think I was seeing videos of you spending time in Thailand. I've been in Thailand myself multiple times as well, so I was really, I love the country. Yeah, some things you said on social media saying that you're living the dream in Thailand, but you used to be working at the office as well, but now made the step towards entrepreneurship. That there's more out there, basically. Yeah. And that was the thing that caught my attention, and that meant I was starting following you on LinkedIn, and then from one to the other day you get more and more information, and then you get sort of excited by the thought of having a similar, well, not a similar life in case of like living in Thailand, because I really like to stay in the Netherlands, but that there's more out there, that there's much more than only being stuck at the office, for example.
Yeah. And being able to live on your own terms, maybe, that you can just really decide what are you going to do on a specific day.
Yeah. And as I'm a health performance coach at this point, I really like to work out a lot. So and I really do like to work out. At times, I want to work out rather than having to work out in the evening times, for example. So that's really my life, and also spending time with my son as well. So I wanted to be in control of my own life, you know. So that's what caught my eye most.
That was also for you the reason to dive into e-commerce, like build something online, being able to live on your own terms, right? And then why Business Belts? Like what was for you the reason to join Business Belts?
To be fair, it was actually the first one that caught my eye. Yeah, of course, I really like the combination with health and lifestyle and being training Muay Thai and that kind of thing. So, yeah, the second thing is that I think maybe we're alike because you're from Rotterdam, I'm from The Hague, so it's like maybe a little bit same of a
Randstad.
Sorry,
Randstad is what we call it in Dutch, right? We're from the Randstad. Yeah.
No, that's something that I really liked as well. Yeah, the most important thing for me is that when I had some calls with you, I was also busy with my own business in health and performance. So basically building up my own academy. I was planning to to launch that academy also in the same manner as you do with e-commerce. I was interested in the story behind e-commerce. So how do you push like ads and stuff? So
Yeah.
that was something I really needed to learn, and that was the perfect way for me to do
Yeah.
that.
So basically, how to sell something online,
Yeah,
right?
basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Were you hesitating of something before joining the program? Did you have some doubts
Yeah, of
about
course.
business belts or
Yeah.
about, yeah? Like, do you still remember what it was?
Of course, obviously, it's money in the first place because you have to spend some money. But
Mm.
the more I thought about it, the more I thought like, okay, it's an investment rather
Yeah.
than a cost, because
Sure.
you're getting value back, right? So the value you get in return is very very high because you get knowledge, and that is, for me, that's much more valuable than earning money now with the program, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So the value you deliver with business belts, that's something that's totally worth it. And the doubt I had was I need to pay a certain amount of money, and then I was in doubt. But then after that, I thought like, okay, it's just an investment, so it's not a cost. So that's
Sure. Yeah.
fine.
It's good that you see it like that, but I also remember for myself when I made my first investment ever, I was also scared to do it. But yeah, imagine you would not have made that investment, and for me the
Exactly.
same, right? Like, I don't think you want to miss out on that.
No, but that's something you don't know upfront, you know. So that's the
Right, yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
the.
Yeah.
And then I was getting in like a warm bath with a lot of people already in the community. So
Yeah. How
yeah,
did you like that process? Like the onboarding process,
yeah, very
you
good.
get access to,
I
yeah?
was actually
What did you like
surprised.
about it?
Well, I was actually surprised by the size of the community already, and the mostly the how active people were on a daily basis. Well, of course, there are people that are more active than others, but everyone is really able to like very kind, and everyone wants to help each other. So there's no stupid question in the community. So because everyone knows, okay, this is someone who just started, and he just is out in the dark there. So we've been there as well. So
Mm,
that feeling is really strong. The supportive feeling, and that's something I really like. So that is
yeah,
it's amazing. I still ask a lot of questions in the community,
for sure.
and still I get a lot of like answers, and everyone
Yeah,
helps out. So that's really good.
yeah. So that is more the support from the community itself, and it's great that you mentioned this because that is eventually like the idea behind the community, right? Okay, we do one-on-one intensive coachings. We're going to talk about that soon. That is where you learn like high skilled stuff, but then you still have the community as a backup, and where you can bond with people, and where you can also level each other,
Yeah,
right? That is the power of it because you're done with your one-on-one program, but you're not done with the community. The
exactly.
community is always there, basically.
Yeah.
Like, did something exceed your expectations from that, or?
Well, these guys who coached me, so Mels and Rudy, they are like top professionals as well. So they know exactly where you are if you start, because they've been there as well. And these guys, like, they know a lot. Like they have answers to every question.
Yeah.
So it's like a human ChatGPT, you know. So, but then
Yeah.
but then yeah, it's really good, and really really responsive. Always open to respond to questions.
Mm.
Yeah, I've experienced it like really good. So that's
Yeah.
yeah, that was really nice.
Also nice that you mentioned that because that is also our like what like the minimum what we expect from our team is that
Yeah,
everyone is just like on top of everything, right? You need to be fast, you need to replay fast.
yeah,
That's important in the ecom game.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. So like could you maybe show us some results that you've achieved
yeah. Sure.
since you've been part of the community? For example, let's say it's now the 8th of May 2025. Let's say we dive into this month or the previous month first, like April.
Okay. So do you
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we see your what do I see? This is last month, so this is April 2025.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
April. Yeah. Yeah, this
A
April
hundred
last.
thousand, 100,000 Danish kroon, so 13,500 euros in revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I've
Uh, w-
I've actually just started. So that's what I've achieved
That
so far. I actually started selling my first products in March, and this is then April. So of course,
okay.
you need to learn a lot in the beginning, but yeah,
Yeah.
April has been a
So in your first ever month e-commerce, you made already 13,500
yeah.
euros.
But
You made revenue.
officially it's the second month,
Okay.
but the first month I've been learning a lot, you know. So
And do you remember the profit? What you generated from this, like the net profit in
yeah,
this month?
the net profit was between 15 and 20% for this
Okay.
month.
So that's already like 2,500 euros
Yeah.
profit or something. Would you expect like 2,500 euros profit so fast? Like if you look back before you joined the program, you had zero knowledge, you didn't know anything about
No,
ecom, and
of
then the
course not.
second month,
No.
boom, 2,500 euros profit. Would you ever believe that?
No, no, no. Of course not. That is something that you wouldn't believe in your wildest dreams because you don't know it's possible, you know. Before you start, you don't know what you think that's for others, right? For people who are really in the game for a long time, but there's so much space left, and that's why the community is so strong because people don't see each other as a competition. People see each other
No.
as a one, you know, and that is
Abundance.
the feeling is really good, but also it's really good to yeah, to see that there's much more possible than only
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
great. And then I'm happy for you though. And it's also nice that you say like you don't think it's not possible for you, and like you're half 30s, right? I think you're 30, 35 years old, something like that,
34. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
34, yeah. So there's also people they say like, yeah, but I'm too old, for
yeah.
example, you know, like and to me like okay,
You're
I'm
calling me old then now.
I'm not calling you old, no. That was my next point. So I'm and Gen Z, right? I'm 27. Like we really grew up with like this. We saw social media actually. Like I was really like I think I was 13, 14 when social media became like a real thing. Instagram. So then you're on an age that you can learn very fast and that you're really on top of social media. You
Yeah,
guys were already a bit older then. So
yeah, yeah.
there's people that think like, yeah, but I'm too old, or but that does not make sense, right?
No,
Because you see it yourself. Like
yeah,
look what you have done, basically.
yeah,
And
yeah,
there's people in the community that are even 40 up
yeah.
who make money with it.
All those people, also the older people, they're all they're all on social media as well. So
True, yeah, yeah, man.
you're either scrolling on social media or you're just making use of people scrolling on social media, right?
Yeah,
So
right, yeah.
that changed my mindset for sure. Yeah,
You either create or you consume, right?
exactly,
Basically.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are like the side things that I've been learning during the
great.
program, and
Yeah,
it really opened my eyes because I was one of those guys consuming a lot on social media. Now I'm never consuming anymore. I'm just making use of social media in a business
yeah.
way, you know? Yeah,
Nice, great. Okay, could you maybe show what you've done in May so far? It's now
yeah,
8
sure.
May, so that's already been 8 days.
Yeah, so
Wondering how that
done
is. So
100K in Danish crowns, and then
in April,
in
like
April,
13.5K.
and then in May, I am already on 68K.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hey, that's already 9,000 euros in the first week of
yeah,
May.
yeah, true. Yeah, so yeah, well, we need to grow, right? We need to every month we need
But
more and more and better. So that's what we're
wow,
doing.
see how fast that goes. Like you're like at 230 orders, so you're like at let's say 65% already of what you have done the previous month, and it's only
Yeah,
the first week of May.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And the profit of this is also around 20 or
around 20%. Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah,
that's already almost 2,000 euros in the first week of May.
yeah. And you learn.
1,900.
So the good thing is that you learn to focus on the right things. You learn better how to work with your cost side. So your profit margin goes up a little bit and becomes better and better over time.
Yeah,
Learn how to or when to turn off ads, but also like you know, so it's and how to maximize profits. So that's something you learn over time, and that's why I think also it becomes better and better every month. Yeah,
nice. Great, great. Thanks for sharing this.
that's all right.
Like I know that you also work on other things. Last week, for example, you did a presentation in the Business Belts community where you dive into health optimizations, but then on a pretty advanced level, so like not basic stuff. You also just told me that you're planning to launch something there as well, and then yeah, you can potentially use the knowledge of this, and you can like also use it for your other
Yeah.
business, online business, because it's also an online product, right?
It's an online product, and that was one of the things that convinced me to join the program, because I wanted to learn how to push and how to advertise literally on social media. Besides my ecom, I'm also a health performance coach, but I'm trying to push a product as well, which is all about health and performance and morning, afternoon, and evening routines, etc., etc. So it's those things. That product I really want to push online as well, and I'm basically gonna use the same strategy I'm using for my e-commerce business. So that's the reason I wanted to join the program, because I wanted to learn how to do that, and how to I wanted to learn those smart, simple tricks, and that's definitely what I've learned with Business Belt. So I'm definitely gonna implement that as well to my other business.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great, man. Like that's what we have also seen. Like, okay, our main focus is still e-com. That is where we go down on. But then we also have a marketing agency, right? Go Digital, and
yeah,
that agency grew fast
yeah,
because of e-commerce, because we had the knowledge. And then now we have Business Belts, where
yeah.
we guide other people, and a lot of those principles you can also use that for Business Belts. Like it all comes down to marketing, right? So that is
Yeah.
that is very nice.
Well,
Yeah.
like for me, Business Belts is not. It's like e-commerce, of course. Business Belts is about e-commerce. It's much more than that, because you learn how to run a business as well. You learn how to become more healthy or fit, or even like focus on those things. So it's you become part of a community. You get new friends, like everything. So it's much more. You start learning a sort of a lifestyle. I'm not talking about lifestyle, spending money in a lot of money, earning a lot of money and spending money, but more like the lifestyle of being an entrepreneur. That lifestyle that really attracts me, because it lets you know that there's much more possible than only being stuck at the office and just work from 9 to 5, because even work doesn't even feel like work anymore. It's just you like
Yeah.
doing it. So it's like you get
Yeah.
excited, and sometimes you need
Yeah.
to push the brakes. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good, really nice.
Nice, man. It's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks for sharing that as well. That is once again the idea behind Business Belts, creating something for people where there's more behind the ecom thing. But let's keep it real. The ecom thing is the main thing because we
yeah,
all want
sure.
to make money.
Yeah,
But in fact, everyone can earn money pretty fast. It's not that difficult to make money with ecom. Like you have seen that now yourself. So
yeah.
then like it's even more important to be able to do that consistent. And from the
Mhm.
moment you do that consistent and start to make serious money, that you're like, oh shit, what I'm gonna do with my money, that you remain focused and that you remain disciplined and that you're not going to, spend it like crazy. That is all the idea behind Business Belts,
You
just
don't even want to spend it that much, because you want to keep it for your business, right?
yeah, you
Yes.
need cash
If you
flow
keep,
as well,
yeah,
right?
exactly. If you keep it for your business, then you can invest it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That you need to have that mindset. So
But if
yeah,
you would have
great.
asked me upfront, I wouldn't have given the same answer, because I thought if you have the profits, then you put it in your pocket and you go on. But if you're in an
Yeah. I
entrepreneurship,
mean, you're
it's
going to reach a certain level eventually that you can, of course,
of course, of
cash
course,
out
of course.
profits. But I'm the same. Like, yeah, like okay, profit is the main focus. Like, of course, but it's never that I think like, oh, this amount of profit, now I'm gonna do this or that. No, it's like it's the same.
Yeah,
Like it sounds weird, but if I make 2 times the money as last month, it's still the same for me. I'm more grateful that I'm aware of like, okay, what is like my real purpose? What do I really want to achieve? Where do I see myself long term?
Mhm.
That does not only means a lot like more and more money on a monthly basis.
No,
There's more than that. But
yeah,
we still focus on it. Like don't get me wrong, it's the main focus for us.
of course, of course.
If someone is watching this now, right, and they're also hesitating, like, should I do it? Should I not do it? What would you recommend to them? Because it's very normal. Like I've been there, you've been there. You just said it. Everyone is hesitating. Everyone has doubts. Is there something you want to share to them?
Yeah, like if you're stuck and you're ready to achieve like totally new things, then I would definitely say join the program, because it's going to change your life in multiple ways. Not only earning money, but also getting a new mindset, joining a great community who's going to help you further with everything. So I would definitely say, and for sure, if you're stuck in the office and don't like that lifestyle, then I would definitely recommend to join the program. Of course, yeah.
It's nice that you mentioned like when you're stuck in the office. Sometimes I make posts regarding that also on LinkedIn, for example, and then people say like, okay, so you're going to start, like, you want to escape the red race, but then you're going to start a business on the side and work even so many times more that you're actually even more stuck. How do you consider that freedom? And then I'm like, you just don't get it.
No.
You know, like, this is a sacrifice what you need to do on a short-term basis in order for you to be able to live free long-term, basically.
You know what the difference is? For me, it's like if you're going to work on e-commerce on the side, it's not that you're working even harder because it doesn't really feel like work, and B, it's instead of something else. If you're going to spend time on e-commerce in the evening hours, for example, after your work, it means that you skip the time scrolling on your phone on Instagram that goes on for hours and hours, you know, or you skip
For
the
example,
time.
yeah, man.
Skip the time watching series on Netflix. That is, it's basically sort of a replacement of your dopamine. You do some other stuff by
Right.
running an e-commerce business. So it's not like, oh, you're done with your work and then after work you don't want to work. That's actually a sign that you have to jump in on the program, because if you have that feeling, you're done with your work finally, that means you're like stuck in a lifestyle you don't like.
Yeah, true.
People who've never experienced that, they don't know, you know. So it's if you're really excited about your current work, then I would definitely say join the program. But if you're stuck in your work and you're very happy that it's 5 o'clock, then I would say join the program as well, because then you're stuck in your boring lifestyle.
Yeah.
So then you need
In both ways.
Yeah, you need to jump on the program because it's gonna change you for sure
Yeah.
in a positive
Yeah,
way.
man. Thanks for sharing that, man. Really appreciate it. So,
No
what is
worries.
next for you? What are you going to focus on the coming time?
Of course, I'm gonna focus on the e-commerce business, because I've made some growth there, and I definitely want to increase and go on, like move on, because as you saw, I'm already almost on the same level as
More money.
exactly. More money, so more work on e-commerce, and also on the other side, I'm going to work more on my other business as a health performance coach as well. So which is
Cool.
just launching too. So that's
Yeah,
it's like entrepreneurships on two businesses, which I'm focusing on.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to come. We already had conversations about it, of course,
yeah,
what we could potentially do, but everything what relates to health and what can help people, we with Business Belts really supporting that. So yeah, let's see, man. Let's see what the future brings.
cool. I'm really excited for the future. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Ties. Have a nice day. See
You
you.
too. See you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.